All right, so today we're diving into a piece called What Poor People Do That the Rich Would Never.
Mm.
And, right off the bat, that title, it's a little provocative, right?
Yeah.
But but we're not here to make judgments about anyone's financial situation, not at all.
Yeah, it's really about the ideas, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's about digging into those habits, those mindsets, those perspectives that can either help or hinder success, no matter where you're starting from.
And what I find so interesting is this idea of success as a system. Like, it's not just about some lucky break or some inherent talent.
Right, right. Like it's not about chance, it's about choice.
Exactly. This text, it really emphasizes that success is something you can build towards.
It's like that quote, how does it go? Luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. I think it was Seneca who said that.
Right. And this text, it actually uses a really cool analogy to illustrate that point about preparation. They talk about luck being like a bus that comes by regularly.
Okay, I like where this is going.
So if you haven't bought your ticket, if you haven't checked the schedule, if you're not even at the bus stop, well, you're going to miss that bus no matter how lucky you think you are.
It's like that entrepreneur I spoke to last year. She spent years perfecting her product, building her network, really putting in the work before she even thought about launching her business. But then when the opportunity came knocking, she was ready. She was prepared.
And that's key because what's interesting is this text argues that challenges, obstacles, even failures, they're not roadblocks to success. They are the path to
Oh,
success.
wow. I like that. So it's about changing how you view those challenges.
Exactly. Successful people, they don't shy away from problems, they lean in.
They lean into those challenges.
Yeah, they see them as puzzles to solve, opportunities for growth.
It's like when I accidentally volunteered to bake like 50 cupcakes for my niece's school fundraiser,
Yeah.
and I am not a baker.
Oh,
But
no.
I ended up watching like a million YouTube tutorials, and honestly,
Yeah.
I kind of discovered a hidden talent for frosting roses, and now I'm like the cool aunt who bakes, all because I decided to tackle that challenge head on.
I love that. See, it's all about
Hmm.
perspective, right? It's not a roadblock, it's a detour that leads you somewhere unexpected.
Totally. And speaking of detours, this text also talks about how people with that success mindset, they approach their time differently too.
Oh, absolutely. They're thinking long term. They're more likely to invest their time in things that might not have immediate payoffs, but will pay off big time down the road.
So, like, choosing to take that online course that could boost your skills later on, instead of just like binge watching that new show everyone's talking about.
Exactly. It's about playing the long game,
Yeah.
understanding that those small, consistent investments in yourself, they really add up over time.
Makes me think of Warren Buffett.
Mm.
I read somewhere that he credits a lot of his success to reading every single day for hours.
Wow.
Might not sound like the most exciting habit, but that consistent investment in knowledge clearly paid off for him.
Without a doubt. And speaking of investments, this text also dives into our relationship with money, which I find
Oh,
fascinating.
yeah, how so?
Well, it suggests that people who view money as a tool, something they can use to create positive change, they tend to use it more effectively.
Interesting. So it's like if you're constantly stressed about money, or you see it as this like scarce resource that you're always afraid of losing, that could actually hold you back from taking risks and pursuing opportunities.
Exactly. If you're too busy guarding what you have, you might miss out on the chance to grow it.
It's like the difference between seeing a dollar bill and seeing like potential a chance to make something, solve a problem, or help someone out.
Absolutely. And another interesting point this text brings up is the power of our social circles.
Oh, our social circle. Okay, how does that play into all of this?
Well, it makes you think, right? Who are we surrounding ourselves with? Are they lifting us up, challenging us to be better?
It's like that saying, you're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with.
Exactly. And this text really highlights that successful individuals, they tend to surround themselves with people who inspire them, who push them to grow.
So it's like having that network of support and accountability can make all the difference.
Absolutely. It's like having a team of cheerleaders, but also a team of coaches who are going to give you that honest feedback and push you to be your best.
I like that. A team of cheerleaders, A&D coaches. I need to find some more of those.
Yeah.
But this text doesn't stop there. There's this whole other section on additional habits and mindsets for success.
Oh, yeah, the additions section. It's like a goldmine of practical advice.
Seriously. Discipline, adaptability, networking, calculated risk-taking, self-confidence, it's all in there.
And what I appreciate is that it's not about trying to do everything perfectly overnight. It's about incorporating these things into your life gradually, one step at a time.
So it's more about building those habits, those micro habits, that eventually add up to big changes.
Exactly. Like with discipline, for example.
Yeah, discipline, that's a big one. What does the text say about that?
Well, it's not just about willpower, you know? It's about creating systems, routines, setting realistic goals, and sticking to them even when things get tough.
It's about making those choices that align with your long-term vision, even when they're not the easiest or the most fun in the moment.
Exactly. And then there's adaptability, which is so crucial in today's world.
Especially now, right? Everything's changing so fast.
Exactly. Clinging to old ways of doing things just because that's how it's always been done, it's not a recipe for success.
So the text is saying it's more about being open to new information, being willing to pivot when necessary, seeing change as an opportunity rather than a threat. So the text is saying it's more about being open to new information, being willing to pivot when necessary, seeing change as an opportunity rather than a threat.
Exactly. It's like that quote, the only constant is change. It's the people who can roll with those changes, who can adapt and learn. Those are the ones who really thrive.
And speaking of things that help us thrive, the text also mentions networking, right?
Absolutely. Building genuine connections, surrounding yourself with people from diverse backgrounds and perspectives, it's invaluable.
It's like success isn't a solo sport, it's a team effort.
Exactly. And a good team, they support each other, they challenge each other, they celebrate each other's wins.
Love that. So we've got discipline, adaptability, networking. What else? Because this addition section, it's packed.
Oh yeah, there's more. Calculated risk-taking is another big one.
Okay, risk-taking, that's interesting. Because I feel like we're often told to avoid risk, to play it safe.
Right, but this text argues that calculated risks, they're essential for growth. Stepping outside your comfort zone, being willing to embrace the possibility of failure, that's where the magic happens.
It's about weighing those risks, trusting your gut, and taking that leap of faith when it feels right. Right.
Exactly. And, it's not just about the external stuff, the actions we take, it's also about the internal game.
Oh, okay, like our mindset, our beliefs.
Exactly. Self-confidence, believing in yourself and your vision, that's huge. And optimism, especially when things get tough, it's like fuel that keeps you going.
It's that little voice inside that says, you've got this, keep going, even when you're not sure if you do.
Exactly. And you know what else really resonated with me? The text emphasizes learning from setbacks.
Setbacks? Oh, you mean like failures?
Yeah. It's not about pretending they don't happen. It's about using them as opportunities for growth.
So it's about looking for the lesson, dusting yourself off, and coming back stronger.
Exactly. Remember, even the most successful people, they have all faced setbacks. It's how they choose to respond to those challenges that sets them apart.
It's funny, we often talk about success as this individual thing, like it's all about personal drive and ambition. But unpacking these ideas today, it makes you realize how many of them could apply on a much larger scale, too.
That's a really interesting point. What if we took these principles, collaboration, a growth mindset, valuing long-term benefits, and applied them not just to individuals, but to entire communities, or even to society as a whole? What kind of positive change could we create?
Now, that's something to think about. So like this deep dive just opened up a whole new level of thinking about success, not just as a personal goal, but as a collective one. Well, there you have it. A deep dive into some of the surprising habits and mindsets that can help us unlock success. Remember, it's not about luck. It's about preparation, perspective, and making those daily choices that shape our journey. Until next time, keep those minds curious and those actions intentional.